Hello and welcome to today's vlog. So I just wanted to take the opportunity, now that some time has passed, to review the Ultramarathon month accumulator challenge from June. As the challenge started, week one of 28 miles was sort of bread and butter for me at the time, really based on the training that I'd done before leading up to it. However, in week two, 77 miles, I would say went a little bit where I'd been leading up to the challenge. Then it really started to kick in. So weeks 3 and 4, and then those couple of days that hung over into that fifth week, 29th and 30th, things really started to get a little bit sporty. And I would say, depending on the day, it sort of depended on how it went. Most days, I'm happy to report, I sort of felt really in good shape and it went well. So looking back now, there were some awesome highlights in there. Personally, I had a great day over at Grafham Water for day 12. On day 11, the day before it, I ran with Birdie as part of our 10-10-10 challenge, which was also great fun. Grafham on day 27, and of course day 30 as well. All great highlights. But it was quite funny really, because after day 27, over at Grafham in particular, but then also later on social media, I would say the support that was coming in, and from ourselves, the three of us, is that actually we'd made it. We were nearly there. 30 days, 27 done, 3 to go, you're nearly there. Job done. And the truth is there was still nearly 90 miles to go at that point, but it just felt like a monumental task had been achieved. But realistically, there was still, whatever it was left, 80 odd miles to go. So that was quite a defining moment for the last two. The last 2 days were then, the last 3 days, were quite a slog and quite big. And day 28 in particular was Reggie, my son's first birthday. And to spend all day with your family and your child on their birthday and run 28 miles was a real challenge, but it can be done, and I did do it, and that's what was important, and I was really happy. I was really happy for that. Sort of broke it up that day, as I did on many of the other days, broke it up into runs, especially once that sort of 20 mile plus running came in. But on that birthday day, the 28th, it was a case of getting 16 miles done early. Got lucky when I was flaking at 2 miles to go that I ran into a few of our running club, Sharon, Sue and Nick. That really pushed me on to the end on that day. Then I was done by sort of 8:30, managed to spend the whole day with Reggie, and at sort of dinner time, 6 o'clock, managed to get out there and do another 10k, which was really helpful, because having 12 miles left just prior to that would have been quite a big, difficult task at the time that I ended up being able to get the last miles done, which was actually really late, sort of 10 to 9. That was as late as I went out on any day, but managed to get that in and get that final sort of 10k done. So that was cool. But it was a real challenge and a real eye-opener. For me, things that were massively learned about fueling and long distance running. Fueling quite early is really important, and fueling during the run, and not allowing the body to completely deplete before you top it up with something to work on. So that was big for me. Sleep, obviously that was well known for everyone, but sleep was a massive part of it as well. And actually the 3 of us, so there was 3 of us doing the challenge, if you're not aware, Andrew, Ian and I, and we were all very much the same in terms of being quite fidgety during the process in terms of sleep, very agitated at night, moving a lot, things like that. And that was maybe the pain that we were in terms of the build-up of the fatigue, but actually it just seemed to be something that wouldn't allow us to settle. So that was really interesting, learnt a lot there. Also learnt a lot about the hydration point and making sure that the rehydration was done correctly. So that was a really big learn. But in general, I would say it was a great process, and a process that I really thoroughly enjoyed. And there was a graph that was completed. Andrew's plotted some of the data now and found that in terms of kind of speed, not that speed was ever a factor in this, but speed in terms of how that depleted, or did it get worse, or did it plateau off? It was really interesting to see the graph, and that our speeds actually, we all were getting to a point where we weren't going to get any worse, or we were starting to plateau off. So would it have come down the other side had we have carried on? Who really knows the answer? But I'm not willing to go and find out just now. But I just wanted to say a massive thank you to everyone in High Runners for supporting me and Ian and Andrew throughout this. Big shout out to Nige, managed to make it to day 18 I think, and he also did run 30 miles on the final day, but just picked up a little niggle in there along the way, and it was best that he did stop and made the right but tough call to stop. But congratulations to all of you guys for taking on this monumental challenge, and it was great to be part of it with you all, and a massive thank you to everyone else who supported us, you know, far and wide, people that supported us all around the globe really, people that live in different countries that we've met over the years. It was great to see the support out there. And the Ultramarathon month accumulator, would I recommend it? It's a great learning experience, but it's definitely for those that are interested in the more ultra marathon running side of things, and I wouldn't necessarily recommend it to anyone who's just starting out or fancies picking up the speed and the distances as variables. Don't pick up the distance that much, but yeah, certainly something that I thoroughly enjoyed and something I just wanted to review right here, right now, and let's hope plenty more challenges to come in the future, and hopefully we can get out there with a little bit more ultra running. But I hope you have a great day. Don't forget to keep your chin up, keep smiling, and whatever you do, don't forget to say boom.